And it looks like we are sitting ready here now in this men's club Division III Varsity 8 final. Seems like they've gotten the boats back into the stake boats, and now all boats sitting ready, and they are off and underway. And actually, yep, this is in fact that same race that we just saw that stopped. Again, we'll bring you the lineup here real quick. Lane 1 on the right-hand side of your screen is Marietta B. Lane 2 is Army. Lane 3 is Marietta A. Lane 4 is Fordham. Lane 5 is BC, and in lane 6 is URI. So again, we mentioned it a little bit before we went to commercial there, but that boat from Fordham and the boat from Marietta, each with dominant performances in their individual semifinals yesterday. So we'll look to see if those two boats don't immediately separate themselves here. And while we, watch these boats from our launch camera, just want to take some time to mention to please go visit some of our vendors that we have down near the finish line by the Jumbotron as well. There's a beer garden down there. Some of our vendors are N&D Sports, Stroke Side, Just Soul, the Cancer Survivor Group, and of course Vespola USA Racing Shells. So please check out and support some of our vendors here today. In the meantime, you can see here through the first 300 meters of this race, Fordham and Marietta both beginning to separate here as we expected. So a nice race shaping up for first place. We'll see exactly what it looks like in third. You can see there BC and URI pretty close together there. Maybe give the advantage to that URI boat there out in lane 6, but pretty close, and we'll have to see exactly where lanes 1 and 2 are. They looked pretty solid off the start, so interested to see how that's shaping up. Looks like Marietta here, early advantage through 600 meters, maybe by just about a few seats or so over this Fordham boat.
Yeah, that's right. And we're looking at this Fordham boat here, rowing stroke for stroke with Marietta, who is doing a great job. Marietta has had a pretty strong start to this regatta. So I'm going to expect some great things from them. I know the coach was very excited to bring them out to this race this season, this year, and expecting some great things from them. And I think we're seeing it now, because this is a pretty commanding lead here. Again, we can't look away from Fordham, who is definitely challenging them here on the outside. But we almost have a 3-boat race happening, so we don't want to miss what's also happening on the outside. So we have Marietta here and Fordham, and then we have Boston College and Rhode Island in lanes 5 and 6, and then we have Marietta B and Army in lanes 1 and 2.
Yeah, so a really interesting thing to look at here. In the semifinals yesterday, pretty much the exact same time for each of these boats in first place. So really not much between them, and they both won by about 8-9 seconds. So you can't even say that one had a harder pressure from another crew to make them go faster. So pretty much close times throughout the day, close in the time trials, and then also close times that they put up in their semifinals. But as you can see here, through 1,000 meters, Marietta with the early advantage here.
Yeah, you're right about that. And it looks like we are starting to see a little bit more disturbance on the surface of the water here again, but these crews are handling it absolutely beautifully. So no problems out there for these crews, these club and D3 varsity 8s. A lot of these crews are slated to go to ACRA, some to IRA, so they will have various championships coming in the next few weeks or so. So this is a great way for a lot of these crews to get out here and have a showdown against some crews that they perhaps might be seeing in a few weeks again, and then also racing some crews that they rarely do get to see, which is part of the beauty of the Jefferson-Vail Regatta.
You know, it's interesting. I'm starting to see a bit of a common thread here in these lane 3 boats. They are drifting in that 1,000 meter mark. They drift a little bit to that port side. I wonder if that doesn't help set them up for a straighter shot in the final 750 of some kind. And the coxswains are making that read and seeing a little curve maybe in their lane, but you're just seeing that happen a few times over in these lane 3 boats as they drift to that port side of their lane around this third 500. But as you can see here, not too much of an effect on this Marietta boat as they enter the final 500 with a full boat length here on the Fordham boat. So Fordham, you can see there, starting to really pull on this thing, trying to get that rate up. We'll see if they can't make a mad dash for first, but they have a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. We are definitely seeing a lot more separation here in these crews. So Marietta and Fordham, again, running away with it. Marietta hanging on to that lead position again for the entire race. So I'm going to be very impressed again if they can hang on to this for the entire race. That is very difficult to do. So it is clearly Marietta's race to lose here with Fordham trailing, but Marietta is really just saying, no, we are not going to have any of that.
I can't tell, but it looked like the coxswains were converging there, and now the Marietta, I can't tell which of these coxswains is drifting, but they were so close, and now they have moved a little further apart, but it seems like whatever happened, Marietta has been able to maintain that 4 to 5 seat lead here with about 100 meters left to go now.
That's right. Well, as we said before, we have seen this time and time again. We were just talking about this. When you have almost a dual style race going on, it's very easy to get sucked into each other's races. Look at what we are seeing now. Look at these rates that are coming up as we speak. Again, Marietta trying to maintain the lead.
Wow, Fordham is
with
really
Fordham
coming.
really going after it here. Rowing at a 44 right now. That is Fordham, but it is Marietta by a bow deck, followed by Fordham rowing stroke for stroke, and what a race they just gave us.
Incredible finish by Fordham there. They just ran out of water, it seemed, at the end. They had the speed. As Army takes bronze, followed by URI, and then BC, and finishing in 6th place is the boat from Marietta B there. Marietta B finishes 6th. So again, we've seen some incredible racing so far today here on the Cooper River.